What do you know about child maltreatment? You can give some characteristics or
Uh-huh.
some other
I mean,
things.
I know, like, with the different forms that it can take. It can be physical, it can be mental or emotional, it can be sexual, and it can also just be neglect, where you abandon a child, basically. You're not actually doing anything to the child, but you're neglecting the child, and that also counts as mistreatment.
And the next question says, have you ever taught a child who was maltreatment?
Who was maltreated? I have worked with children who I think did not get the emotional support that they needed, and who were living in kind of toxic households where it was not bad enough to be illegal, but it was definitely something that affected the children deeply. When they had parents who did not know how to be parents, did not know how to give their children structure or support. Besides that, I don't know. Often that is private information that not everyone gets to see. So I don't know. I don't think so.
And how did you identify the situation?
Ah,
And how did you handle it?
so I think when I've worked with children who clearly were emotionally unstable or coming from emotionally unstable households, it's obvious. You know, they're in the classroom, they're very needy, or they're very disruptive, or they manifest that instability very visibly. And what I've done is to meet with parents, meet with administrators, and try to create a plan for the child, which does not always work. Sometimes parents and families see the problem very differently or do not see the problem.
And the last question, what tips can you give to novice teachers in order to handle this situation?
I think the best thing that you can do is to be a really, really good observer. You have to be observing, and you have to know your children deeply so that you know if their behavior changes for some reason, you notice it. Knowing families as much as possible is really helpful. And then always have there's a legal procedure, I'm guessing, here. Like in California, I have to follow a legal procedure if I think a child is being abused. There are certain steps that I have to take. So we have to know all of that and know who in the administration to talk to, where to get support. Have an idea of those things before you start teaching. And know your children and observe them always.
Okay.